Hello and welcome to this video. The last time we saw how as a DV 2024 applicant, you can have an idea of whether your case number is a high case number or a low one even before the DV 2024 lottery statistics are released in the month of July or August 2023. In that video, I also explained that some case numbers that DV 2024 applicants have thought of as being high case numbers are actually not high in the DV 2024 program. Now, today I will be explaining to you what to expect when it comes to the DV 2024 monthly visa bulletin cutoff numbers. But before I go into the explanation, let me mention those of you who did not have the opportunity or who have not yet watched the previous video can do so by clicking on the second link found in the description of this video. That link leads to our previous discussion. It is important that you watch that video because it is a kind of background to what we will be discussing in today's video. Having said that, let's now go over to the explanation concerning the DV 2024 visa bulletin cutoff numbers. Now, as I did in the previous video, I will use a number of diagrams for proper explanation. So, let's go into that. Those of you who watched the previous video remember these two diagrams. The first one represents the United States fiscal year, and the second one shows the overall case number range of a region. That overall case number range goes from case number 1 to case number 65,000. Now, what I'm going to do next is to add what would be logical cutoff numbers to these diagrams, indicating the likely time of interview of different case number ranges during the fiscal year. So, during a program where the overall case number range is around 65,000, you could have the monthly cutoff numbers to be established as shown. For the month of October, 2,500, for example. For the month of November, 5,000, for example. For the month of December, 8,600, for example. For the month of January, 12,800, for example, and so on up to June, where the cutoff number could be 40,000, and then during the final quarter of that fiscal year, that region could go current. In this kind of situation, we will have a slower progression of the monthly visa bulletin cutoff numbers. Now, let me introduce a second scenario. Those who have watched the previous video are aware of that scenario as well. This time is another fiscal year in the same region where the overall cutoff number was previously set at 65,000, but this time it has been extended to 120,000. Now, what you should understand is that the monthly visa bulletin cutoff numbers in our first scenario had a slower progression because the overall case number range was 65,000. In case you have a more extensive overall case number range, as is the case in our second scenario, the visa bulletin cutoff numbers will also extend further than what they had been in the first scenario. So, in our second scenario, you could have the monthly visa bulletin cutoff numbers to be established as shown. 7,500 instead of 2,500 for the month of October, for example. 12,800 instead of 5,000 for the month of November, for example. 18,900 instead of 8,600 for the month of December, for example. 24,000 instead of 12,800 for the month of January, for example. 80,000 for the month of July, and then during the 2 final months of the fiscal year, that region could go current. So you see that in this second scenario, there is a faster progression in the monthly visa bulletin cutoff numbers. Moreover, in our first diagram, case numbers close to 65,000 had their time of interview around the final quarter of the fiscal year, whereas in the second scenario, those same case numbers now have their time of interview somewhere earlier in the fiscal year. This is simply because the overall case number range in the second scenario is more extensive than in the first. Now, let me make it clear that the cutoff numbers shown in this video are not the cutoff numbers for the DV 2024 program. This is only intended to show how the cutoff numbers progress faster whenever the overall case number range of a region is extended. The actual cutoff numbers for the DV 2024 program will start to be published in the visa bulletin as of the month of August 2023. So it is this kind of situation you can look forward to when it comes to the monthly visa bulletin cutoff numbers in the DV 2024 program. And that is another reason why DV 2024 applicants should understand that what they previously thought were high case numbers are actually not. As we saw from the diagrams, with a more extensive overall case number range, the monthly visa bulletin cutoff numbers will also progress further than in recent years. Now, before we end this video, let me mention about my guidance program. In case you are in need of guidance for your diversity visa application, then click on the first link in the description of this video. You will be led to my guidance platform. You can join the guidance program in 2 steps. In the first step, you will be requested to enter your email address to express your intent of joining. And then in the second step, you actually join the program by paying a reasonable monthly subscription fee. Currently, I'm offering 2 months for the price of 1. So take advantage and join the guidance program while it is still early to avoid you being shocked in the coming months when things begin to play out differently from what you had previously imagined or they had been wrongly presented to you. So look in the description of this video and click on the first link and join the guidance program. So that is it. That is about all we have in today's discussion. Thanks for watching this video. See you, God willing, in the next one. Goodbye.